Have that. All right. Welcome, both of you, to our session this morning on Canvas Analytics. Good news is that this is certainly not going to take 2 hours. Canvas Analytics are nice and quite extensive, but they're not that difficult to use. So we're not going to need 2 hours. I'll be happy to entertain questions on any subject at any time, though let's get the analytics taken care of, and then I'll be happy to take questions on any other topics you might have. I recognize both of you, so I have no need to introduce myself this morning. I'm still me. Let's see, let me get the seminar outline up here so we can share that. I know you're both familiar with Zoom, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Larry, I do want to make sure that you're hearing me. If you wouldn't mind just speaking up for a second or replying via the chat tool and let me know that you're hearing me and that I'm not leaving you behind here. I'd appreciate that. And the chat tool, of course, can be accessed by mousing over me. If you don't already see the Zoom menu at the bottom of the screen, if you mouse over me, it should pop up. The chat tool is about 2/3 of the way across from the left to right there, a little cartoon balloon. And if you wouldn't mind just letting me know that everything's good there, I would appreciate it. And also, for both of you, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and just type your name and your email address in the chat tool, so I'll have a record of who was attending at the beginning of the meeting anyway, because I will get asked that at some point in time. Okay, thanks, Phil.
I don't see either a microphone or with a slash through it or a video with a slash through it for Larry.
Yeah, that can happen if there's no microphone on the other end.
Oh,
that's
okay.
usually what that means, but that's fine as long as Larry can hear us.
Maybe he went to get a cup of coffee.
Always possible.
In fact, this will take 15 seconds. Okay. Here I come to save the day. That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Yes, sir, when there is a runner.
Yeah, who knows? This goes out public, you could get a recording contract.
Sure, yeah. As long as I can do it from right here.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, this does make things really nice.
Yep.
And of course, Zoom may become a lifeline.
Oh, speaking of Zoom.
No,
I'll continue your thought.
No, please go ahead.
Well, I signed up for my CCC Confer Zoom account using my SDCCD email account, and I did not get. It says it's not the full on. I got the stripped down version, which is what I already have for my personal.
No, you should have the primary. You should have the full pro version.
Yeah.
log in to, have you logged in and checked your profile
Yeah.
using, okay, did you use the same email address?
No,
Okay. You used your district
I have
address.
two separate accounts now.
Yeah,
I have
okay,
my
good.
Gmail account, and which I've been using, and I've used it for my Gmail account, Zoom, for not only for office hours, but I've used it for hosting meetings of our Association of Earth Science Editors Board of Directors,
Indeed.
from up in Saskatchewan, and talking to people in Calgary and Columbus, Ohio, and San Diego, and whatnot, all at the same time, and never ran into the 40-minute barrier at all. But of course, I think that's only for up to 5
No, up
participants.
to more than 2.
More than 2, okay. Yes, and I definitely had more than 2, but
Yeah.
I never even got a warning.
Well, I have, it is, sometimes their system fails to kick you off.
Yeah.
At the end of 40 minutes, even with a free account. I have noticed that. Apparently they've set things so that if it fails on and doesn't knock you off, rather than having it knock everyone off by default if something goes wrong with their counters or something. No, you should have, those should be pro accounts.
Okay.
I have run into that before. And I will, let me look into that. I'm trying to remember what fixed that.
Of course, there's the thing that I'm adjunct and retired, and didn't even teach last semester. In fact, I got dumped on some other things because of that. But when I tried to come back on in December.
Well, no, I'm not even an employee anymore.
There's a message for you.
Adjunct level. I'm a contractor, and I'd worked with the folks at CCC Confer on getting Zoom and so on. I'd been an advocate for it for years, and they gave me a standard Confer Zoom account, and mine's, not only is it a pro account, but it has 300 attendees, and those are supposed to be, that's what the account you're supposed to get. So, but there can be some early on registration issues and so on. I'll look into that.
Oh, so yeah, maybe I just looked at it right when I did it, and maybe if I go on today, I'll see that
that may have resolved itself. Yeah. It's possible.
Just like
all right. Well, let's get started though with Canvas Analytics today.
Yes, indeed.
I'll be sharing my screen most of the day as usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Improve the view there anyway. Get me out of there. Here's our outline for today. Let me put the link for that into the chat tool if you want a copy of that. I believe I sent that to everyone. Yes. All righty. The tool in Canvas is labeled New Analytics because it's been updated in the last 6 months or so. And we're going to look today at both course analytics, summary data for your entire course, and individual student analytics. You can drill down quite a ways in these analytics. The detail here is better than anything we've had since we got rid of Blackboard Vista or WebCT Vista many years ago. The analytics here are far more detailed than what we had with Blackboard Learn. So it's there's a tremendous amount of information in there about what's going on in your course. So let's take a look at that live. We'll just go into a course here. I'm going to be using the both a sandbox course, I'll get it out in a minute, that I've often used on these seminars. And we're also going to look so that we have a course that has some activity in it with a significant number of users. We're going to look at the online faculty certification course for this year. Let's go in there first. And you'll find you can access your analytics from two places. On the home screen, there's a new analytics button in the task menu over on the right. And there should also be a new analytics menu option in your course menu for you. This does not show to students because at the present time, students do not have access to their own analytics. If they were given that access, they would only see their own instead of everyone else's, obviously, but that's not showing up for students, and I'm not quite sure why that's the case. That's something I intend to investigate. I noticed that when preparing for the seminar today. So I'll see about that. But for now, you don't have to worry about hiding this from students or anything. It will not show up in the student view. We can access either place. And go to the course analytics initially. That's the top part of this display here. And let me see, I want to get that. Excuse me.
It's okay.
There we go. Of course, Linux, Canvas Analytics. I want to get this out of the way. I want to keep an eye on that though, so I'm sure I don't forget something. The top section here has just a wealth of information. By default, the information is displayed graphically. Here we have the default display is weekly online activity. That's the one we'll talk about first. And initially you get a full semester view with indication, just a graphical indication of how many page views and how much participation you're getting. Page views just means people look at something. Participation means they do something, they submit something, a discussion post, or submit an assignment, or take a quiz, or interact actively in some way with the content in the course, as opposed to just looking at it. So obviously, participation is on a different scale than page views. People do a lot more looking than participating, but you really want to know both. By default, you get a semester-long view, but you can zoom in on any week just by clicking on a data point here. You can see for that week number of pages viewed, or no, I'm sorry, the number of people who viewed and who didn't view. And you can drill down and message those folks. There's a tremendous availability of messaging functionality in these analytics. So many different places, as you're working through the analytics, you can message people, and you can message those who viewed, and it will automatically pick them up. Message those who didn't view, those who participated, and those who didn't participate. So you got a lot of
slackers.
Yeah, well, this is fairly normal.
Right,
this
yes.
is everybody who's in this course throughout the entire semester. Many of them have already completed it.
Yes.
And are not participating at this time. So others haven't started yet, and of course are not participating, and they're under no obligation to do so. But the you just have a tremendous flexibility here in communication and encouragement and motivation and so on. And you'll see this throughout as we demonstrate here. By default, we get a graphical view of this, but we can go to our control menu here, and we can set that to data table so that we get actual data, actual numbers, rather than the graphical view, if that's what you want. And you can download this. And this option will be available repeatedly as well. You can download this to a CSV file and open it in Excel or Google Sheets or whatever. And here again is this messaging tool. We've seen that. And you'll see that icon again and again here. Okay. Then down, well, let's continue to focus on course analytics for the moment. In addition to weekly, and you also get here the average grade for the entire course at this point. Grade inflation much?
Yeah.
Our grading in this course is fairly generous. Hopefully yours won't be quite that high, though no one else will know. No one else has access to the system to see your analytics. So, in addition to weekly online activity, which of course is something you're very interested in, you can also look at course grade data. And let's go to take out the data table option. So again, this is pretty darn high.
Pretty high, yeah.
High grade average here. You can, under course grade, you can see all gradable items, assignments, homework assignments, gradable discussions and quizzes, or you can take out any of them and focus on one or more of the types of gradable activities. You can also look, or you can compare performance of individual students or student groups to the overall. I can pull up someone here. I'll blur out these names later in the recording and so on, but there's someone. Okay, there's a green dot. So we see how this student's performance compares. Apparently only one, just only done the discussion and icebreaker so far. So it's real easy to see where your students are compared to the rest of the class. And you can set up as many, you can do as many of these as you like. And get a real quick graphical gestalt kind of look at how the student is progressing in the course. So, again, all of it's color coded, so it's easy to tell who's who. And of course, across the bottom here, you have individual gradable items, assignments, quizzes, and discussions. So you can look at any one, you can see what any one in particular is. You can click on that, click on any one of them, on a dot for any one of them, and see the average grade for that assessment and the low and the high. And you can see, you get some bar graph of the same information, more detail. And here again, you have that messaging tool. So you can message people within a score range. Not too many people are below 80 in that case. You can message that individual student if you wish. Um, you can also message students who are missing that assignment or who are late. So more messaging and even more sophisticated messaging here. And that all goes through your inbox tool so that you keep a record of what you've done. It goes to both the student's Canvas inbox and their personal email inbox for the account that they have registered with their Canvas account, or accounts. They can have multiple email accounts registered with Canvas if they wish, as can you. So again, just an absolute wealth of information. Let's see. And that's pretty quick, pretty easy.
Yeah, this is amazing. This has all I wanted from the Blackboard gradebook, and way more. I can see that.
And way more. It's just not presented in the same place, though you can get to much of this information from the gradebook. Now that you mention it, we'll see that when we start looking at individual student analytics.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's
it's pretty.
My wheels are turning.
Yeah, it's pretty much fun, isn't it?
Yes.
And, okay, now let's look a little more closely at the individual analytics, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to share people's individual data here on this one. So let me go to another course that has a little bit of data in it, not nearly as much as that one, but these are all, you should forgive the term, dummy students. I don't like to use that term. Shall we say test students?
Charlie McCarthy and Mortimer Snerd.
Yeah, exactly. Or on the internet, no one can tell if you're a dog.
That's right.
Okay.
Don't turn on that camera.
All right, so here's another course, same type of, the data not quite as interesting, or data are not quite as interesting here. And the average grade is a little bit more realistic in this one. Remember, this is a course-wide average. I can see, as before, I can look and see individual week data. I can download that data to a CSV, and I keep seeing that again and again. And I can see individual resource data. This is something I didn't show you in the training course. I should probably do that. Let me jump back to that just for a second here. We've got lots of time. And show that. Go weekly. And through course grade. And here I'm seeing very accurate grade distributions, very precise. All right, and individual assignment. That's what we're seeing here, of course, individual assignment data. Let's make sure we see everything that's available through this as well. We see page views and participations for individuals. And again, these folks may well not be participating at this time for perfectly good reasons. And when we get to resource, the resource tab here under weekly online activity, we can see page views and participations for individual content items, even down to individual graphics. Who's looked at them, who's participated in them, or how many have participated in them, and just multiple pages of this kind of data. So the detail here is just amazing. That 12 people viewed Navigation Made Easy. And as we get into individual analytics here in a minute, you'll be able to see whether individuals have viewed specific items within your course. And this all happened automatically. You didn't have to tell the LMS to track that kind of information on that particular item beforehand. It just does it automatically.
Good, yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the other course where I can look at individuals safely. Okay, so below the Coursewide Summary information at the top of the analytics page, you have a complete list of every student enrolled in the class. And right here at a glance, you have page views and participation numbers for each of them. So it's real easy at a glance to tell who's actually working in the course and who's not.
Huh. Wow.
Not, no time at all to get that information. Same with resources. Again, this is course-wide, semester-long, semester-to-date information. And that's a course with a lot of content in it. There'll be multiple pages of this, but there's nothing much about the activity in your course that you can't see here. And we can keep drilling down. This is the student I use the most. You can see we got 59 page views and 8 participations for this student. If I drill down, I can, of course, message this student at any time, very quickly from here. I have this student's, I'm in course grade by default here, just start. So I can see the grades for this student right away in each of these gradable items here. And this can get quite a bit bigger with a horizontal scroll bar and a more complex course. I can drill down to any one of those and see the grade and whether it was turned in on time or not. I can also do this as a data table and see everything for that student at a glance, when they submitted, what the status is, and the grade. And I can click on the grade and get a little bit more information. So there's links throughout. Just click on everything you see that comes up as a clickable link would be my advice, and you'll get more and more information. You can go to weekly online activity, and you can see each week for this student. So this is what they looked at, and here's the one participation. Apparently, this was a discussion. So they apparently, that student apparently posted a discussion to that discussion at that during that week. So everything you wanted to know. Oh, and you can also track at a glance communication. How many times that student's been gotten a message from you, the instructor, and how many times they've gotten messages from other students.
Oh.
And there's more detail there. Not really much more there, but and then this course has been running for quite a while, so there's a lot of historical data there, and Canvas appears to hold on to that for quite a while. This sort of thing only was holding, I think, a lot of these types of information were only held for about 30 days in Blackboard, whereas here they seem to be doing it for the entire duration of the course, which would normally be a semester, but we do have multi-semester shells that are used, and it looks like it's going to hold on to the data there. Let's see. You can access this data, other places as well, rather than the new analytics tab. You can go to people, and go to and click on the student and bring up a student inset here. And you can go right to their analytics from here. You can also message the student right from here. So you can go to their analytics page right from there. You can also do this, I believe, from the gradebook. By clicking on the name of the student there. Yep, you get that same inset. You can get even more information about that student clicking here. And I believe you can see this. I don't think this is an administrator only thing.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Okay, and you can get, this is again from the student. Let's go back and see how I got there. Make sure you remember that.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, because doing it for me either. So I got there from people.
Yeah.
Well, but I actually accessed this through the gradebook as well. So you can get an access report for this student here that has even more information in it, and I'm pretty sure you can access this as an instructor. We'll verify that in a moment just to be absolutely certain. Okay. You want to know exactly what they were doing when? There it is.
Jeepers. Okay. Wow. Awesome.
Things like this give you an idea of why, when you look at something on Amazon, that you start seeing advertisements for that on all the other websites in the world that you visit and so on. And this is just within Canvas. And of course, you can go back to the new analytics as well from here. And we can get I'm not sure that you do get the interactions report, but let's look at that anyway. Yeah, no, it is a teacher activity report. So if you have this student in multiple courses, you can get
oh yeah,
get it for, get this information for different courses, including their current average, of course, in the file. And then we can drill even further down into that. Get ungraded assignments and so on. So there's even more information available this way to you as a teacher.
Well, that brings up something that I have this syllabus quiz that I start out the semester with after they introduce themselves. That's in discussions. Then I have them, and my instructions are: this is an open notes, open syllabus quiz. Have it open in one window and look up each question, because I want everyone to get 10 out of 10 on this. And yet
Right.
people get like 6 out of 10. Like, what could they have possibly not? What could they have gotten wrong? And of course, they don't read the instructions.
How could they have not gotten a perfect score? Yes.
Right. So it starts out with the reading comprehension, reading and comprehension of the instructions.
Or paying any attention, or giving a giving a flip. Well, it's an imperfect world, but at least this way you can see the imperfections and perhaps intervene before they become fatal, which of course is the whole motivation, the whole purpose behind all of this.
Yeah, and I didn't. So it looks like I should be able to see now using this tool. I should be able to look at the individual the students who got less than 10 and see which questions they missed.
Indeed.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I will try that. Fantastic.
So let's absolutely verify that you can see this as an instructor here, that you get exactly what of this you get on the student people page. Let me log on. First off, let me check. The people page would be better. And yes, I've got my test instructor in here. So let me log off for a second here and log that instructor in and do the same thing here. Different colored tiles for different users. Something to keep in mind. Don't tell your students to click on the pink tile to get into your course. It won't necessarily have the same color for them.
Right.
Now, if I go to people and drill to the student page and click on the link, the student's name, yeah, you can get the interactions report, the access report, and the access report both, and go to their analytics page for this course. So that is an instructor level account. So that verifies that you have access to all of that stuff we just looked at as well. Didn't want to be writing checks that you couldn't cash.
Right.
Well,
all right.
That pretty much covers analytics in Canvas from stem to stern.
That is wonderful, yeah.
Hopefully that was worth your time to show up.
Oh, it absolutely was, yes.
Even though it's going to be a little brief, because when we first set up these sessions, we anticipated that the new analytics might be a little harder to use. It might take a little bit more time to explain. It turns out they're really pretty easy and quick to use and to talk about. So this recording will be available. You can refer back to that at any time to help with analytics if you need it. There are, of course, Canvas guides about the new analytics as well that you can access. Or I just go to Google and just type Canvas new analytics. and you'll get more information about it even than I've presented here in all probability from people all over the world. Canvas is wonderfully documented and wonderfully supported, not only by Instructure, but by the Canvas community worldwide.
Yeah, I found that out when I early on when I one thing I couldn't seem to get from anybody, including asking Gina Bokikio, and I said, how do I link mastering to Canvas?
Right.
And nobody seemed to know. And well, I just Googled it, and well, there you are. Like I said, Canvas community. They figured, and I just did it, and bang, there it was.
Yeah, it's one of the best documented software systems I've ever used.
Yeah.
45 years in education, so it's a terrific resource. It's one that may become even more important, like Zoom, may become even more important. Yeah. My only concern is if things really get bad, that the capacity be there. I've been watching the Zoom website, and they're saying all the right things about being committed to maintaining capacity and monitoring usage and adding capacity as needed and so on. And they've even gone to the step of making their removing limitations on their free accounts in China, which there must be quite a few.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So that people in that country, people where things are really seriously affected, can use it without stint.
Right.
Has something to do with the fact that the CEO of the company was born in China. But he was a Cisco communications engineer before leaving about 10 or 11 years ago to found this company.
Wow.
And Zoom stock is going up quite rapidly right now. It's a public company. You can buy stock in it. I kick myself for missing the IPO. I've been using it almost since it first became available. The minute I found it online, I signed up, and I've been using it for 8 years or more at least. Mm-hmm. It's come a long way in that time, but they're about to be I'm gratified that our session this morning is going nice and smoothly. Yeah. Because Zoom is getting used very widely. I'm guessing it's probably the #1 company in this space right now. Just to give you an idea, I saw in a news article this morning, I saw that the World Health Organization is using Zoom for their meetings about the coronavirus.
Yes. Oh, wow.
And it's an exceptionally secure service. Our communication this morning is being heavily encrypted. So the chances of someone tapping into this who didn't get the email from Mary are pretty low. All right.
Thank you very much.
Anything else I can help with?
Yeah, let's explain the coronavirus to me. No, I'm kidding.
I wish. Well, I can tell you this, though. There are 4 coronaviruses that are common causes of the common cold. This ain't one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's something that I trust the powers that be at the district are keeping their eye on.
Yep.
And both Zoom and Canvas are tools that could be very, very important to us. So we'll do our very best to maintain a high level of support for everyone. And you're always welcome to contact me or support@sdccdonline.net at any time.
All right.
Put that in there. That's still in operation, though. For Canvas issues, there's nothing better than the Canvas faculty helpline, and there's of course a similar helpline for students that's 24/7, and the quality of support is way higher than what we used to have with Blackboard. So it's
I'll say
you know, that you can get to at any time, and you get people who are, you know, being paid to be experts in Canvas, that they're employed by Instructure, and they're in this country. So
cool.
All right.
All right. Well, have a good
Anything
weekend.
else I can do for you?
I think
You too. Have a great time.
Yeah.
Our next session, let me just put up a reminder on that, will be on the 2nd of March, next Monday. We'll be talking about student groups in Canvas, which is a topic that don't cover in much in other sessions. So hopefully you'll find that one useful. And until then, I'll bid you a fond farewell, and hope to see you again soon.
Be well, do good work, and keep in touch. That's what Garrison Keillor
And the copyright violation
trademark.
lawsuit.
It's AFE 0174.
All right, take care, both of you, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon.
See you in the funny papers.
Bye-bye.